What's up, y'all? Welcome to the On the Come Up podcast, where creative entrepreneurs share their come up journeys that turn their passions into success. I'm your host, Kimberly, so let's get started. What is up, guys? We are back with another episode. Today we have Brianna.
Hi.
Brianna is an owner and founder of The Social Chica.
Yes, thank you so much for having me.
Of course,
thank you to be here.
Thank you so much for coming out here and driving. I know it's kind of far away.
It's okay. I actually was in Fort Worth yesterday too, so I was like, today's drive is not that bad. So.
Okay. What is The Social Chica?
So we are a community for women entrepreneurs, creatives, and professionals. And we just opened our HQ 2 years ago, which also serves as a women's business lounge. Mm-hmm. When we first started, we were really just more focused on markets, pop-ups, those types of events. And then we kind of just gradually went into different things over time, especially after COVID. Everything just kind of changed. But right now our main focus is the women's business lounge and having just events and community for women to come and find friends, find business friends, and seek support.
So is it something you can is it walk in? Is it open all the time?
Yeah, so we're not open all the time. We are open to members all the time. Mm-hmm. So we do have memberships, which members have access to the space every day, all day. But we do allow the community to come in as well, which they can rent the space, whether that's the workshop room, the photography studios, or the full space.
Oh, okay. So what inspired you to start The Social Chica?
It was a little bit of everything. The initial idea came in when I was in college. I was a senior. Senior. It was my winter break, and at first I was just helping a friend here in Dallas with her social media, and I wasn't getting paid. It was just an internship, and she started posting me, sharing my services, and then all of a sudden, a lot of women started messaging me, and I was like, oh, I'm not an actual business or anything. Mm-hmm. But then it was winter break, and I was like, okay, it's time to start getting paid for this. So I was just sitting on my couch one day, and I was like, let me just make my own thing. And, at the time, it was just a way to make money in school. But, from December to May, when I graduated, I was working with close to 30 businesses and doing their logos and social media support. And then it just kind of transitioned over the years. But the main focus too was over the years when I got into different jobs after graduation. I didn't realize it, but I was always in a co-working space. Mm-hmm. That's where our businesses would rent out of, but I never really thought of it as a community. But one thing I saw that lacked in that community was women. There weren't a lot of women who felt comfortable to go and work, whether it was remote working or having their own office space. And so I just wanted that for us as women, just to have a space where we feel safe, confident, and have a place to create and just focus on our business.
So what were you actually going to school for?
For advertising.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so it's still it went hand in hand.
Yeah, I went for advertising, and then I graduated and started doing marketing. So I actually haven't really had an advertising job, I guess, if you want to say. But yeah, it's the same thing. So. But
you're still essentially advertising your business.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How important is personal branding and visuals for women entrepreneurs?
It's super important because at the end of the day, it's showing us who you are. It's telling us who you are. If we don't have any visibility into you as a business owner, it's just hard for people to connect with you. We don't know your story. We don't know what you're about. We don't even know what you offer. Mm-hmm. And branding goes way more or way past just a logo and pretty colors. It's really how you show up as yourself, how you portray yourself. And I guess just how much you're willing to show that, that you are building a business, but you're also here to support others. So branding is, I think, the main ingredient that you need as a business owner, because it's kind of just having your personality. It's how people know you, how people remember you, how they're going to refer you, say good things about you, bad things about you. So it's important. And sometimes it's hard because not everybody, we're not all outgoing. And I struggled with that for many years. And I think this year is the first year where I'm finally, like, out of my shell. So it's definitely one of those things that you have to build confidence on.
Are you like a one-woman show? Do you do everything, or do you have like a team?
Pretty much just me. But when it does come to events and things like that, my family does help out a lot. My friends help out a lot. But at the end of the day, like, without my friends and family, there would be no Social Chica. But as far as like the everyday operations, it's me. Yeah.
Okay, so are you the only one at the business? So if you're not there, then no one's there?
Yeah, if I'm not there, no one's there, unless somebody's renting it out, of course, or a member is there. But yeah, pretty much just me.
So how do you handle all that, and then plus the social media?
Still trying to figure it out. I was just thinking that driving here, I was like, oh my god, this is too much. But it's just day by day and learning how to take breaks. Like, I wouldn't say I was a workaholic, but there was a time where every single day, from the time I woke up to like 2 or 3 a.m., I was just on my computer, on my phone, responding to people. And it wasn't until a few months ago where a few things happened in my personal life, and I was just like, I have to focus on my health, because if I'm not healthy, then I can't respond to people. I can't even provide my services. So it's really just learning how to take breaks, exercise, but also not be afraid to ask people for help. Because that's something that I struggled with for so long, is just asking people for help, because you never know how much that can actually take off of your plate.
Right. A little help honestly goes like a long way.
Yeah.
Yeah. How has building the community of women entrepreneurs impacted you personally?
I can't even really put it into words, just because it's like I've been saying with my business, as my business grows every year, I'm also growing with it. I started it when I was like 21, 22-ish. And so now I'm going to be 28 in a few weeks. So it's like a lot has happened from then to now, to where I'm also growing personally. And it's been really rewarding to be surrounded with women, older women too, because they've been an inspiration to me on how I want to be as a woman, a business owner, a partner, things like that. So I feel like in a way, like, the community kind of raised me these past few years into my adulthood, because just there's so many like great women who are part of our community, and they've been able to like really help me break out of my shell and just connect with others. So yeah, I really can't put it into words, because it's like, it means that much to me. But yeah.
Have you made like lifelong friendships?
Yeah, so I've made many friends from the Social Chica over the years. Other people who have attended our events, they've met their best friends, and so it's been really great to see that, we're not just one of those business professional groups where people meet once a year and go home, right? We really are like a community. And everyone's always rooting on for each other and supporting one another.
And where is Social Chica located?
We are in Cedar Hill, Texas, so it's about 20 minutes south of downtown Dallas, and maybe like 40 minutes from Fort Worth.
So how did you find that particular location?
So I actually live in Cedar Hill. So
okay.
My family, we moved there when I was 6. We lived in the Oak Cliff area. We moved to Cedar Hill. And there is a restaurant next door to our building. We're actually in the same building, but it's right next door to us. And my brother used to work there. So just one day we were having dinner or lunch with him, I can't remember, and my dad saw a for rent sign, and he was like, you should check it out. And I'm like, yeah, right. Like, I'm broke. I don't even know how to open a business, whatever. And because he knew, like, my parents knew about my dream, my goal of wanting a studio. And so he was like, just look into it. So I did, and that's how it happened. But it just ended up being like, it fell in my lap, but I think it fell in my lap for a reason, because I was not looking for it. It's just one of those things that came to me. And yeah, everybody's always like, why Cedar Hill? But to me, it's like perfect. I live literally down the street from it. It's my home, I guess, if you want to call it that. And it's just something that I wanted to bring to Cedar Hill, or the southern area of Dallas. that we don't have out there, especially for minority women.
I know, I love that, because people are always like, why Fort Worth? You know? Yeah. I was like, because I live here.
Yeah, it's like where you live. It's where you want to, like, give back to your community, so.
But I love that, like, you didn't go for, like, the, you know, the norm, which is, Dallas.
Yeah.
You know? What has been the biggest challenge you faced as a business owner?
There's a lot, but I think the biggest is just staying confident every day and, like, believing in yourself, because sometimes I feel like sometimes people believe in you too much to where they're like, oh, you can do it, it'll be fine, or, you know, they see so much potential in you that they think that you can do anything, which we can, but at the end of the day, it's all about mindset. Sometimes it's hard for us to see that we can actually do it, or at least that's what I've been struggling with, because it's stressful. Like, you're doing 10,000 things, you know, every second of the day, so it's like, it's hard not to give up on yourself. But that's been stressful. And another thing too is also learning how to work with people, because, you know, as a business owner, people can be crazy. So it's like learning how to respond, learning how to, you know, give grace where it's needed, when it's needed, and learning how to be a better customer service representative, basically. So that's been challenging over the years, but also just building, like, a backbone and being confident and saying no to people. So,
and, like, not feeling like you need to say yes all the time.
Yes.
What's something you wish you knew before starting the Social Chica?
Probably what I just said, like learning how to deal with people, because I think as entrepreneurs and creatives, like, we're so caught up on the idea of things and how it looks in our head, but we don't know what the work is actually going to look like, especially when you have to do things like finance, bookkeeping, you know, on the business education side, dealing with city, or like with the city, the permits, like all those type of things. And so one thing I wish I knew was just to better educate myself on all of those things before I jumped into it. And that's just something that I would tell others, like, make sure you take your time and, you know, never stop learning, pretty much.
Right, and then you're still, like, learning every single day, right? Because there's always something new that comes up. You're like, oh, I didn't know this.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, it's like, it's a never-ending, I guess, school, because you're never not learning something new every day.
How do you define success for yourself?
I think it's just being happy, being at peace with yourself, because you can have all the money, you can be so successful and everybody knows you, but at the end of the day, if you're really unhappy with yourself and in your life, and especially the way you treat others, like, if that's not good, then it doesn't matter how successful you are, right? So I think it really starts with you as a human, and then that'll reflect onto your business, because people will see how genuine it is and just how authentic it is.
I love that. What's one thing you hope every woman takes away after the Social Chica?
That's a good question. Well, there's a lot, but I think the number one thing is that no dream is too big or even too small. And that everyone, you know, everyone's dreams are valid. And sometimes it just, being a woman, it's hard because we're often told that we should stick to one thing only, or maybe not try this, and people want to limit us. But I think with the Social Chica, it's been proven that anything can happen, with whether it's connections, support, or resources for your business. And so something that I just want them to know is, like, we are a place for you, whether Dallas or Fort Worth or wherever. You know, there are good things happening, and there are communities out there of women who do support you and have good energy, and I think that's just something that I've worked really hard at protecting over the years.
I love it. Like, yeah, you want to, like, break the cycle, like, you know, everyone's supporting each other as in women, and not just, like, mean girls.
Yeah, exactly. Because, I mean, it's sad, but that's how we were raised. That's what we've seen on TV shows, things like that. And so now it's like, I mean, from the very beginning, I knew I wanted to, protect my business from that. And I think I've been really good at that. So that's just, like, very important to me.
And so how do you like know what to promote next, or how do you find like the next events? Is it just people that reach out?
No, sometimes it's actually hard to do events with other organizations because everybody is just so into their own community, which is fine. Like, everybody has their own thing. So when I do get the chance to collaborate with someone, it is really exciting because I'm like, okay, yay, like there's something we can work on together. But as far as like the inspiration for things, it just comes to me. Like, sometimes I just have to chill for a little bit and not think too hard on stuff. But it's like, honestly, they really come to me the most. Like, the ideas is when I'm talking to my friends or my family, or even seeing like my little cousins. A lot of my little cousins now are like starting their own business and wanting to do their own thing. So it's like, okay, I'm getting older. How can I better be a role model for them and put them into spaces like this? So, you know, we're having our camp, Poderosa, in a few weeks for little girls from 6 to 9 years old. And so it's like taking little inspirations from like my daily life to see how we can better serve those women.
Oh, I love that. So you get inspired just every day by what you're doing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. That's a good idea. I've never thought about like, oh, that's a good, being inspired when you're just watching TV or having a conversation with your cousins or your nieces.
Yeah, it's kind of like just seeing like, okay, what's missing and how can I provide that.
Okay, so we're going to play a little This or That Business Owner Edition. Launching a new service or hosting an event?
Hosting a new event.
Marketing reels or marketing graphics?
Reels.
Headshots or lifestyle content?
That's a good one. Lifestyle content.
And vision boards or spreadsheets?
Vision boards.
So I saw you just rebranded. Congrats to you.
Thank
I love
you.
the new little, it's very clean. Like,
yeah.
I love it.
I feel like I always tell everybody, like, I feel like we're alive now. It's not just dual colors, but yeah, I love it. Thank you.
How did you come up with that, or is it?
I mean, all of it went to the designer, Natalia. She, like, I just told her what I wanted, and we went through many, many revisions. Because at the same time, like, it was like I knew what I wanted, but I didn't know how to put it into colors or words or anything like that. I wanted what we had already and just kind of revamp it a little bit. I didn't want a whole new brand. And so she just kind of threw in that pop of orange, and I was like, oh my god, this is everything. And what's funny is my room is actually the same colors of the space, of the HQ. Don't ask me why, but I just love those colors. And I never realized that orange has always been a part of us, whether it's my personal room, our conference colors, like, it's always been a part of us over the years. So I think she just kind of saw that, and she took that and placed it into the branding.
I love how you said that. It's like it's always been a part of you, because I did like a rebrand too with like a year ago.
Okay.
And then I changed my colors, and then I find like green following me everywhere.
Yeah, and
right?
And you don't even like realize it.
Yeah.
You're like, oh my god, this was my color the whole time. So that's exactly how it happened with me, and I was like, why was I struggling so hard when it was right there? So.
And then you're even wearing orange right now.
Yeah, so I'm like, that's how blind I am sometimes. So.
And how did the name come about to you?
So it's actually funny because a lot of people, or people who know me, like my family and close friends, they're always like, your name is the social chica, but you're not even social. And because, mind you, I was like very shy. I was scared to talk to people. I was just always to myself. But I explained that, like, I didn't name it that to describe myself as like outgoing or social. It was really for social media. So the social chica. But over the years, people just kind of, I guess, saw that as being outgoing and talkative. But it also just represents the community, right, of not being afraid to talk to people and connect, and just being like a social butterfly, I guess.
That's cute. So you just like thought about that all on your own?
Yes.
Yeah. I love that.
Thank
Well,
you.
thank you so much for coming on the podcast and sharing your journey with the Social Chica.
Of course. Thank you.
You guys go check out her, what would you call it? You don't call it a studio, or because I know it's a lot in one.
It's everything in one. Just to like condense it, I just started calling it a women's business lounge.
Women's Business Lounge.
Mhm.
Okay, go check out her Women's Business Lounge. It's super cute. I still need to go out there. Since you came out here for me, I would have to go out there for you.
Please
So.
do. Yes.
And let everybody know where they can find you or the Social Chica.
Yeah, so we are on Instagram. We have 2 accounts. The Social Chica is our main page. That's where we have our services, events, and things about the HQ as well, at the Social Chica HQ.
Alrighty, thank you guys so much. We will see you guys soon. See you in 2 weeks.